I know what you're all thinking. As you sit here and you look at this and you go, dude, where are the damn hats? You said they'd have hats. We don't see hats. And the answer is 2 weeks. That's what I was told by the manufacturer when I emailed them the other day, is they expect to have the production done in 2 weeks. So today is September 4th, 2020. So by the 20th, so 2020, 9/20, 2020, 2020, there's a bunch of 20s in there. They should be available and listed in the store. Check back before then. Keep checking back, because I know for a fact that they said they want the production run to be finished by the 17th. So that hopefully will mean that that's when they're going to be done in the mail, and they'll be here 3 days. Otherwise, it's going to be closer to the end of September. So that's the goal, is to have it. My goal is to buy the 20th, 21st. The reality is it's sometime within the week after that is my hope. Last time they shipped me stuff, when they shipped me this, they got here in a relatively decent amount of time. So keep checking back, dermalarmor.com. We can check that out. Shirts are currently available. If you're waiting for the hats, I understand, but if you're not, buy a shirt and buy some stickers. Because as this progresses forward and all this stuff gets sold out, it means I'm going to be able to buy more merch. I've got a couple more shirt ideas that I want to put in place. I want to get some more stickers with that on there. And again, don't wait, because I can't make the new stuff without. It's one of those things, right? I'm investing in my fancy business. Enough about that random baloney. Next thing I'm talking about, new HackerBox came in. HackerBox is awesome. This one is all about encoding, and when the description they gave was like words and things that when you write it down in, like if you write down a number, how are you writing it down? What language you're writing it down in? And there's a whole bunch of other details, and all of that is encoding, and encoding is part of our everyday life, and you may or may not notice it, but it's there. So this is like this. This is QR codes, and I haven't opened it yet. I'll be streaming this next week before I go on my trip. I've got a cross-country trip that I'm taking. I'm going to be wearing pretty much a hazmat suit the entire time, full mask, bunny suit, whole 9 yards, and I've got to go halfway or 3/4 of the way across the country and back. So it's going to be fun. I'll be gone for about 4 to 6 weeks. The goal is 5 weeks, but it could be as early as 4 weeks or 4.5 weeks. Let's say 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks. That's how long I'll be gone. I'm planning on maintaining some of these as things kind of happen and some other things going on in the world. Maybe I'll start talking about things that I'm noticing and seeing in the world, and maybe I'll turn this into more of like a weekly or bi-weekly thoughts from Qain's brain, which can sometimes be really scary. Up until then, sometime next week, I'm also going to be doing a little more work on the car audio project.
Yes.
Right now, I've been testing out the wiring, and so far, it's been pretty awesome. The only stipulation I have right now is that I don't have a way of turning the amp on and off because I don't have a head unit. So I've literally just got a cable running and plugging into my phone and playing some stuff out of my phone, and then I've got a big toggle switch on the car, on the amplifier in the trunk, with all the wire harness plugged in, and so far it's worked out pretty well. The only thing I haven't been able to do is the subs that are in the door, because it turns out that I have two 6x9s in the back, then I've got two 2-inch or 1.5 inch or 1.25 inch tweeters in the door, and then I have two 9-inch subs, which is awesome. But they have their own amp each, and I don't have. I haven't really poked at how to turn those on, turn the amps on, and then because once I do, it's about figuring out how to send the signal to it and not blow up the amp or blow up the speakers, because I don't want to. It's gonna. I've only got 4 channels on the amp I got in there currently, so I have to figure out if I'm going to drop the other amp in there and then send it to that, which would actually be kind of neat. If I had the other amp in there and I had one set of channels for the big speakers, which I don't plan on really putting the 12-inch Orions in there, but I could. It'd be terrible. I'd take out the back seats and just mount them in there and be like, it's done. But I could put the other amp in there and then have them drive those 9-inch subs directly, which would be kind of neat. But I'd have to take the amps off of that, and it gets a little wonky. Otherwise, once I get the codice set up and ready to go to where it's actually controlling all of that, I can send a higher, low or high signal to those amps individually, and then bypass the other amps for everything else, because that would actually be the way to go, is getting the outputs from the audio outputs from the codice and the Sound Blaster NX that I have currently, the Audigy 2 NX. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so one of my I'm not going to be here for 5 weeks, and in that time period, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to cross country. There's a lot of stuff I can't talk about, but when I'm there, maybe there's going to be some things I'm like, hey, so I'm working on this and this. I'm going to be staying in this tiny little apartment while I'm halfway across the country, and then when I come back, I'm hoping to pick up some scragglers and, let's just have a road trip and pick up some hitchhikers and make some stuff happen, and maybe we'll get somebody cool to come along and come on the way out here. It'll be awesome. I'm excited. Cooking. I've been doing a lot of cooking streams. I hope you guys are enjoying those. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out. Sometimes they're really hilarious. Sometimes they're obnoxious. Sometimes they're like, I don't like the way this tastes. Add more spice, and I'll just start adding what I call red death sauce, or red death powder, which is a concoction that I came up with, a bunch of habaneros and some beets and a few other random ingredients. I'm thinking about putting together like a spice combination, so I can just say, this is the spice combination that I'm going to use. It's going to be like, if you look at curry powder, there's like 12 things in the ingredient list. I'm going to be like, Qain spices. Ooh, spicy! Spicy! I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else. Keep an eye out for all the cool stuff. Again, check out Dermal Armor. Check out the Twitch channel. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. Just look up Deus Qain. And hopefully we will see you all next time on one of these. Until then, my name is Qain, and I'm here to help you. Catch you guys later.